Now, just a minute, McGee. Fibber, McGee, don't go near that closet.
Don't fret yourself, Bud. I'll find it. It's got to be in here someplace. Holy mackerel. Well, what do you know? My old mandolin. Hello. I'm Jim Jordan. If you're in your 50s or more, you'll probably remember me as Fibber McGee from the radio show Fibber McGee and Molly. As McGee, you can see that I had trouble storing things and had to make every spare inch count. Today we have a different problem, how to make every dollar count. That's why the American Association of Retired Persons, a national nonprofit organization of almost 6 million members, has a consumer guide booklet on shopping for just about everything. If you're over 55, it's yours free for writing to me, Fibber McGee, AARP, Washington, D.C. I know it's here someplace. I gotta find it.
The tall man with a high hat and a whiskers on his chin will soon be knocking at your door, and you ought to be in. The tall man with the high hat will be coming down your way. Get your savings out when you hear him shout, any bonds today? Come on and get 'em, folks. Come on, skip right up and get 'em. Any bonds today? Bonds of freedom, that's what I'm selling. Any bonds today? Scrape up the most you can. Here comes the freedom man, asking you to buy a share of freedom today. Many stamps today. Gift kitties. We'll be blessed if we all invest in the USA. Sammy, my Uncle Sammy.
Here comes the freedom man.
Can't make tomorrow's plan. Not unless you buy a share of freedom today. Any stamps, any bonds today.
Hello, folks. I'm John Wayne. You know, with America's bicentennial coming up, we'll be hearing a lot about our early history and making some discoveries. For instance, did you know that when we made the Louisiana Purchase, the money came from loans by the American people? The same thing was true when we bought Alaska, when we built our first transcontinental railroad. Fact is, citizens have been investing their dollars to help America grow ever since 1776. And they're still doing it today with their purchases of United States savings bonds. Buying bonds builds security for yourself as well as your country, and that's not a bad combination. So how about making yourself a part of that 200-year tradition? Take stock in America with United States savings bonds. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Consumer, do you ever feel that things are out of control? That nothing is going right? That you don't have the upper hand? Well, help is on the way. A new edition of the Guide to Federal Consumer Services. The address for a free copy is Guide, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009.
Somebody's going to have a lot of sweeping up to do. Well, now that the war is over, the big job of cleaning up begins. And our bill for cleaning up is going to be pretty big. Because millions of our sons are still in uniform. And some of them, now occupying Germany, must stick around until the last German is educated in the ways of peace. More of our men will have the same job to do in Japan. Others will be brought home to get our gratitude and the benefits of the GI Bill of Rights. These men have rights too. The right to the best medical care and equipment money will buy. Think of the mustering out pay, hundreds of dollars per man, so he can get a new start and an education. Figure too the cost of providing the maximum number of jobs for both the veterans and the production line soldier. Well, they've done their job. Now let's finish ours. They want a war. Now we got to pay for it. And I'm sure that every good American will be glad to help foot the bill. We've never fallen down during any war loan, and now we're asked to buy victory bonds. To bring our men back home, for the termination of war contracts, to prevent inflation, and to provide for our own future. Men and women of the Home Front Army, this victory loan drive is our last chance to buy extra bonds.